Coming to you straight from the heart of Nashville. From the media room at Music City Center to downtown Broadway, it's CMA Fest 2026. Here's Roger the Wild Child and Baby Daisy.
And we are back. There we go.
Hey.
It is Roger the Wild Child, Baby Daisy, and Rye Rivers.
Hello, Rye.
Welcome
to the show.
What's up?
What's
man?
going on?
Hey, no stranger to the show. I mean, he's been a guest on my show not too long ago.
Not too long, and it's a pleasure to be back. Thank y'all so much for having me here today at CMA
Thanks for
Fest.
coming.
I love your shades.
Thank you. Right?
That's right.
Little stunner shades, what we call them.
Oh,
Cool
there,
dude.
right? So, anyways, you've got some new music coming out, right?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
So we just had a song actually come out Friday here at CMA Fest. It was perfect timing. It was
Wow.
called Song of the Summer. It's,
Congratulations.
thank you so much. Yeah, to have it come out here, you know, surrounded by the best fans in country music here
Perfect
at CMA
timing.
Fest. It's very, might have been planned. It was a happy accident. But no, we filmed everything, all the visuals for it. We had the video come out the same day, and we did it all in Florida. So it's all places that I grew up, you know, to be able to put that whenever I can into anything that makes sense for the song,
Mhm.
be able to put my state in it. I love doing it. So it's I'm very excited for that song.
You're a Florida boy growing up, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. Born and raised.
Born and raised. And you're going to move to Nashville or what?
You know, we're thinking about it. I like the juxtaposition of splitting the time, and also, you know, you kind of bring a different angle when you live outside of Nashville as a writer and an artist too. You
Mhm.
know, you just bring like something different. I feel like being here all the time, you can kind of get caught up in it, and to be
Yeah.
able to come in and out, you know, when it makes sense and be able to do that, for me, it's a really cool privilege.
What's on your bucket list for this year?
For this year,
Mhm.
you know, he's not a country artist, but he's one of my favorite voices right now in music. Teddy Swims. I would love to open for
Yes.
him. Yeah, he's
Yes,
one
I
of my
love him.
a singer, you know.
That's
So
right.
he's coming to. He's a good friend of mine actually,
Sweet.
but he's coming to Florida, and I would love to be that oopening slot for him. So
Yes.
we're manifesting right
You
here
got
on this
this.
show. Yeah.
Yes. So, growing up, you know, you were growing up into the country music
Mhm.
scene.
Yeah.
You know, how old were you when you realized this is what I want to do?
You know, from a young age, honestly, my whole life, I always knew music hit me differently, and it was something that just brought the most joy in my life. And, you know, it took me a little bit. I don't come from a musical family, so I always knew I wanted to do it, but it was figuring out like how, and that it's a legit thing, and
Mm.
kind of proving that to myself that you can do it and that you can make a career out of it, and finding my own way into it. So from a young age, I mean, I started off writing very,
Yeah.
very young.
Inspired you at that young age.
I would say my parents, honestly. You know, they're not
Sweet.
musicians, but you know, they're music heads. And my dad was a lot of the country and classic rock and
Mhm.
blues, and my mom was a lot of the R&B and soul. And I call my sound blue-eyed country soul because
Mhm.
it's just a mix of that, you know. Which country soul I feel like is a very cool thing right now in country music. I feel like it's very up and coming, like Benny G and artists like that, you know, to see how well they're doing, the Chris Stapleton, you know.
It's always
vein.
interesting to see how country music's blending with different genres now.
Absolutely. It's,
know.
it's all over the world, which it's a
Mhm.
beautiful thing.
It is. It really is. And, you know, and not just you. I've spoken to a lot of other artists, and, you know, it's all about storytelling,
Absolutely.
you know, and, you know, when you tell your stories, are you talking about your personal experiences, or are you talking about life in general?
Yeah, for me, it's always a mix. I'm a songwriter, you know, at my core, and sometimes it's my personal things. Sometimes it's things, you know, I experience or see other people experiencing. You know, as a storyteller, you get it inspiration from everywhere. So if it's my friends going through something,
Mhm.
and I turn it into a song, and they're like, "What the hell? That was," you know, between
Yeah.
you and me. And I'm like, you know the deal.
There you go.
Right.
So it's all over for me, you know.
Sweet.
Excellent. So where does your journey go from here?
Yeah, well, from here we got some shows. I have a show actually next Friday down at it's called the West Palm Cowboy Club. It's a brand new place in West Palm Beach, super cool place. It's a very Nashville style bar. You know, it's the first of its kind down in South Florida, so I'm excited
That's
for that.
cool.
Yeah, they're doing the 5
Mhm.
o'clock fest down there with Ella Langley's headlining, and this is like the official after party for it. So
Oh,
I'm
cool.
excited for that show.
Nice.
Tell
Yeah.
us about your deal with Shenandoah.
Yeah.
this afternoon.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. At 3:30, I'm doing a meet and greet there at the Shenandoah Cumberland Trading Booth. Very excited for that. You know,
yeah.
as an artist coming to CMA Fest and meeting the fans here, these are like the most diehard fans. So to be able to
Right.
meet them in person, you know, some of them you exchange DMs with and, you know, get to talk to them in the comments of your stuff. But to see them here,
Yes.
that's why I do what I do, is to connect, you
You're
know,
like
with
family.
people and meet them. It really
Yes.
is. It's the most fulfilling thing. It's like you can get so caught up in social media and stuff, and then you get
Mhm.
reminded, you know, oh, this is why we do what we do.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Rye, appreciate you coming by. It's great to see you
No,
again.
thank y'all
man.
so
So
much for having me and
Yes.
making time. And
So
sorry
much
we
fun.
got here a little late. I was mixed up on our end, but
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're here, and that's all that
Yes.
matters.
Yes. You're here.
Yes.
It's a pleasure and an honor.
All right, dude. All right,
we look
thank
forward
you.
to keeping up with you in
Yeah.
the
Absolutely.
future.
Thank you so much. I
Yes.
appreciate that.
Alrighty.
Please do.
Teddy
Let's be friends.
Swims, here he comes.
There you go.
Yells.
You heard it here, Ted.
That's right.
All right, more to come from the Music City Center here in Nashville. It is CMA Fest 2026,
And you should be here.
and you should be here.